Good morning, good morning. So, today it looks like cryptos are rallying. They're coming back up despite this pandemic stuff going on. Do we have to worry about Omicron? Some people were saying that it's mild symptoms, and then other people were saying that don't listen to those people because they have no idea what they're talking about. And some people were saying, oh, well, the vaccines are gonna help against it. Some people were saying the new pills that they're coming out with is supposed to help. So I don't know. It doesn't seem like the market is too worried about it. Everything's kind of bouncing right back up. But we'll see how today ends, or let's see how the week goes. Should be an interesting end of the week. Going forward, I wanted to talk about some of these employment issues, or not really employment issues, but just entrepreneurship versus employment and things like that. Now, I'll let you know right now, I'm definitely a bit biased. So, I've really not worked for people in traditional employment schemes, or I've always kind of done my own little entrepreneurial thing, but not that I haven't worked for people. In fact, most of the time I've worked for people, it was volunteering. I've worked in the courts, federal courts, state courts. I've worked at the Legal Aid Society, and these were all volunteer positions where I wasn't paid to work. And I did that to learn. A lot of my jobs too, like when I was younger, I was a personal trainer, so I did work at a few gyms. But most of the time, or that was within the effort, or with the ultimate goal of saying I want to do this on my own and personal train people on my own and make more of that money. That continued on from personal training to doing paralegal services, having my own little printing business for a little bit. But entrepreneurship, sales, I think learning sales is one of the things that having a job help with. They put me through training. They gave me the experience, and exposing me to their customers and allowing me to try to sell and close deals. But it's like eventually you're doing that, and you're like, I just sold this much and I'm only getting this. Now, as an entrepreneur, there's a lot of work. There's a lot. I'm not saying that every time that there's a huge difference in what you're getting as a salesperson means that you're getting ripped off, because there's definitely a lot of costs and starting, and a lot of risk, a lot of different things going on. But eventually when you start to be good at what you do, you start, well, some of us start getting the confidence to say, let me try to do this on my own. And from my experience, even when I wasn't 100% successful, me being able to sell 30-40% of my week meant I made more money than I would have working full-time for somebody else. So those were services, been like personal training and different services for people. But that's generally where I say, you have your dreams, you have everything. I would say don't make your primary focus getting jobs that your dream job. But get the experience that you need to get that dream job, if that makes any sense to people. Like, so for instance, like I eventually want to start my own school and do that kind of a thing, and that, like, I didn't go and say, oh, I'm gonna be a school teacher. No, I went to law school and got my law degree and have been working as a lawyer in the education field, learning as much as I can, and trying to make contacts, and eventually I hope to bring those contacts together and start my own school. I think there's a lot of people who have done that type of thing, and there's kind of like what I'm doing has nothing to do with running a school, but it will be invaluable to the future of me having that school. And that's like one of my dreams, or ultimate dreams, maybe towards retirement or something like that. I'm thinking that's what I want to be doing, is running a school, or at least being a big part of it. So that's what I mean by, you're taking the steps to try to get to your dream eventually. Sometimes that does mean, going into your field. If you look at a lot of great people, they also volunteered and, work for people for free, just to get the skills that they need, or the knowledge, or learn what they need. But that doesn't necessarily mean, like, you can work and get paid and learn. In fact, with most of the employment laws nowadays, you probably should be getting paid, even if you don't want to, or you're willing to forego that. Now, a lot of people say, what I can't afford to do that. I need to work. All right, so get a job that's going to give you meaningful experience. So if you're going to be an entrepreneur and sell products eventually, or you want to open up your own store or whatever, get a retail job and learn retail from inside it out, and save money, and then move on to doing your own thing, or move on to getting a different type of job. Or sales is sales. Of course, learning the pitch, and there's different levels to it, but getting that experience with people is invaluable. So there's nothing wrong with doing those types of jobs. There's nothing wrong with doing any type of job. If you want public service, whatever you have to do what you have to do. I'm not trying to discourage that. Me myself, I didn't come from wealth or anything like that, where someone was paying my bills so that I could volunteer at XYZ. I was basically running my own business on the side, during off hours, and volunteering during my days, so that I could get the experience that I needed, or I believed I needed, to be successful as an attorney, while I was still pursuing my entrepreneurial obligations, and making sure I was making money on that end. So it's also, how hard do you want to work, and then like, there was a time where I was injured, I wasn't doing well, and I was only able to work part-time, but because it was my own business, I was able to choose the work that I wanted, and focused on the higher paying jobs for my limited time that I was available, and that ended up netting me not that bad of an income, even while I was working on a part-time basis. Now, I'm not trying to say that entrepreneurship happens overnight. It took years to build a business. Traditionally, I think it takes about 3 years to really establish your business. But once you start building those contacts and building that up, it's easier and easier to grow, or build other businesses, or make other lines of income, and things like that. So that's I think everyone should be striving for that, whether it's, even if it's on a passive basis, where you're doing 2 or 3 hours a week on your own business or your own line, of income that's separate from your 9 to 5 job or whatever job that you have. So something to think about. I've decided I'm gonna start my an entrepreneurship program, and this program, it's gonna be a simple, very simple business plan, and we're gonna basically give you hands-on experience and teach you the basics of entrepreneurship, from fundraising, basic contracts knowledge, basic things that you need to think about, know, through fundraising, and starting up and operating a business, and then in the end dissolving it, if that's what everyone decides to do. But it'll be an opportunity to work collaboratively with people, and learn, and in the end it will be an actual business that you're starting up. So I think it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I've just developed the outline for the curriculum. Next, I'm going to be delving into that, and trying to figure out exactly, content-wise, what we'll be doing and how we'll be doing it. It's likely going to be an online platform kind of thing, but that's what I've decided to do. I was going to do a debate program, but I'm going to put that on the back burner for now and focus on this entrepreneurship, because I think it's a skill that we all need to know. Even if, the skills in this course are skills that we all need to know, even if you're not an entrepreneur, even if you're just working for somebody else. It gives you a higher level view of things, so you can impress your bosses by understanding concerns that they may have. So that said, let's probably start. I'm thinking in the new year, 2022, we will try to get some advertisements out to see if we can put together an inaugural class. But looking forward to that. So stay tuned, people. All right. Bye-bye.